It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle, a place that you're able to build your sales department, which allows you to generate revenue, have more time, impact more lives, and do all the things that you were designed to do. And every morning we get started the exact same way because we have a belief here. And our belief is success leaves clues. It's not our idea, but boy, does it work. What it means is if someone else has done it, so can we. How exciting is that? So in order to implement that one idea, we do a business case study every single morning. And we look at the business case from a CEO perspective. What's working, what challenges it had, and more importantly, how does it apply to the sales department directly, and how can you benefit, and what can you use as part of your sales strategy and sales message? So let's go and get started this morning with our business case study. Imagine starting your day without a fresh cup of coffee or a quick breakfast. For many hardworking people, this was the reality before Dunkin' Donuts became a reality. The problem was clear. Busy workers needed a fast, reliable way to grab their morning essentials without slowing down their day. This is a challenge many business owners face: how to meet the needs of their customers efficiently and, well, at the end of the day, effectively. So back in 1948, Bill Rosenberg noticed a gap in the market while selling food at construction sites. Workers needed something quick, something energizing, but options were very limited. And an interesting fact is that Rosenberg's initial restaurant, opened Kettle, served coffee, pastries, and sandwiches. But it wasn't until he focused on coffee and donuts that the magic happened. And this struggle mirrors the cycle in any business: identifying what your customers truly want and delivering it in a way that stands out. So if you think about it like that, Rosenberg's solution was simple yet powerful. Serve the freshest coffee and donuts quickly and courteously. This approach is really similar to having a strong sales strategy. So just like Dunkin' Donuts focused on speed and quality, a successful sales system should prioritize understanding customers' needs and really delivering solutions effectively. Dunkin's story teaches us that knowing your audience and consistently meeting their expectations can create loyal customer base and, at the end of the day, drive what we're all looking for: drive revenue. So you might be wondering, Shay, what's the big takeaway? What's the big takeaway for me? Here's the big takeaway. The big takeaway is the importance of having a solid sales system. Just as Dunkin' has kept its core promise of fresh coffee and donuts, businesses should focus on maintaining a clear and consistent sales strategy. This makes sure that we have profitability and it impacts lives positively, because at the end of the day, we're meeting our customer needs. You do that, and you will live the life you've always wanted. With that being said, my name once again is Shay Brown. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle, a place that you build your 9-figure sales department by focusing on the one area that makes the biggest difference, which is sales. And I like to start off every single morning with the core mantra that every CEO should adopt. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter where you are in your business, how long you've been in business, how much revenue you generated, how many clients you have. But I believe we all have one core philosophy, one core mantra. And that mantra is focus on sales. That mantra is focus on sales. That mantra is focus on sales. There's an obvious reason, because if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Here's the big why: because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money pouring out than there is pouring in. The point I want to make and I want to land is that selling at the end of the day is really serious business. And so then we move over and say, well, why do we get together? What's our pledge? Our pledge from the CEO perspective to the sales department is: I will learn, earn, and return. Now, I want you to jot this down in your notes. Follow me. Say this out loud: I have to learn something new. in order to earn new revenue from current clients, in order to get old and new clients to return. So you must learn as a CEO, you must earn as a CEO, and you must return as a CEO, focusing on the sales department. We have 3 objectives every morning, and our objectives are clear. We're going to take a look at where we are from a sales perspective. We're going to look at any roadblocks we have that are blocking us. And then we're going to understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know. Every CEO must know these 5 sales pillars in order to be successful. And the 5 sales pillars are, number 1, you must have a one-page CEO sales plan. Pull yours out right now. Like seriously, like pull it out right now. Number 2, you must understand the sales cycle that you're going through. Number 3, you must understand your sales message. Number 4, you got to take a look at that CEO sales dashboard. And we're going to do that today. I can't wait to get into the CEO sales dashboard. It's one of my favorite things to do. And then you must be focused on your 7-figure sales team. You might be watching right now saying, Shay, this makes sense. But it's the first time I'm tuning in. Look, if you're tuning in for the very first time, let's connect. You can see me, but I can't see you. One of the ways we can connect is you can go over to www.ceosaleshuddle.com. And if you're watching right now, we haven't connected on Instagram or Facebook. I would love to connect with you, see what you're up to. Go over to @IamCheBrown because you can see me, but I can't see you. And man, would it be great to connect, see what you're up to, follow you. And as we build and establish that relationship, that'd be pretty cool. Now, I get asked all the time, what's the mission and the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? And the CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. And this is very, 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 very important. So let's take a look at it. It's about 3 things. It's about sales growth, accountability, and consistency. And you may have heard this before, that consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do most people struggle with most? They struggle with consistency. That's no longer you because we have a way to solve that problem. The way we solve that problem is we get together for 15 minutes a day, and 15 minutes a day represents 1% of the day. Check this out. You get together for 1% of the day. So you show up, you give up 1% of the day. So there's 1,440 minutes in every day. You show up for 1% of the day. You focus on the one area that can create the greatest shift in your business, which is the sales department. And as a result of focusing on the sales department, you're able to build your revenue and change right away. How cool is that? So what does that mean? What is our number 1 outcome? Our number 1 outcome is for you to achieve $100,000 a month over and beyond whatever you're earning. You earn an extra $100,000 a month because you're in this conversation of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. This is over beyond whatever you're earning today. There's an extra $100,000 a month. It's pouring into your bank account month after month after month after month. And I want you to imagine, what would you do with the money? How would your life be different? What would be the big difference for you? Now, we're not going to leave you there because folks say, well, Shay, how do I do that? How do I really make that a reality? Like, how do I measure it? How do I manage it? Well, we built something called the CEO Sales Dashboard. And the CEO Sales Dashboard is we can go take a look at the key metrics. We said there's 5 key metrics that you need in your business in order to be successful. Metric number 1 is you need leads. Metric number 2 is you need appointments. Metric number 3 is you need offers, deals, and repeat business. Go ahead and jot this down if you're taking notes. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And so we built the CEO Sales Dashboard. Let's take a look at that because this is what you can measure. This is what you can manage. And this makes the biggest difference for you. Now, you can go to ceosalesdashboard.com and you can download this. Now, let's take a look at it. Number 1, leads. How many leads came in? Number 2, appointments. We just talked about that. So I want you to pause for a minute. I want you to slow down and go find today's date. Let's start with leads. And I want you to say how many leads went into your database yesterday as a result of the efforts of your sales department. And then of those leads, how many of those leads were already engaged as a result of your sales department? What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And then we're going to take a look at it. And I want you to do a deep dive because I want you to ask yourself right now, as I look at that, there's some other categories. And I know one of the things we talk about often is that referrals is an important part of the business. So I want you to take a look at the referrals right now and say how many leads came in as a result of referrals. You can even go a little further and say how many of those leads were we able to qualify. This is not a beat me up session. This is about what gets measured, gets managed, what gets managed gets better. So now you're taking a look at core areas. You're going to measure those core areas. I'm not going to all of them right now, but I want you just to slow down. If you haven't already downloaded, download the CEO Sales Dashboard. If you're not implementing it, start implementing it as of today. When's a good time to get started? Today is a great time for you to get started in this present moment. But we don't stop there. We go over and say, let's take a look at some wins. Let's take a look at what's working really, really, really well for us, by the way. And powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So let's go and celebrate some wins. Number 3, we're going to ask ourselves 3 questions because you're powerful. Question number 1, what are you most proud of in the sales department yesterday? Number 2, what was your biggest accomplishment yesterday in the sales department? And number 3, what's the one thing that you want to brag about? You want to take a look at the sales department yesterday. You're ready to brag. You're ready to throw down and say, man, this is what's going on. This is how it works. This is what rocks and rolls. But we don't stop there. We're going to say there's some challenges. Every day is not rainbow, cupcakes, and unicorns. So I want you to take a look at some challenges that you have in the sales department. And let's look at the 3 biggest roadblocks. Number 1, what's your biggest roadblock yesterday in the sales department? Number 2, what's preventing you today from moving forward in the sales department? And number 3, what's the one thing you can do? You're in this conversation. You showed up. Congratulations. The one thing you can do that if you did it, it would move your life and or business forward. The message of the day is stay the course. The message of the day is stay the course. The message of the day is there's a problem that exists in the planet. You've signed up to solve that problem as a company. As a CEO, you're leading that charge. And your number 1 job is to find people who have a problem and share how you serve it. So stay the course, focus on your systems, and you will get the results you're looking for. With that being said, my name is Jay Brown. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things how we connect again next time. God bless and keep doing God's work. Peace.